there, Cancer. Welcome to your July 2024 tarot card reading. Let's get right into it. I invoke thee, Iao, that thou wilt send Heru, the great angels, to know the operation of the secret wisdom, to lay his invisible hands upon these consecrated cards of art, that thereby we may obtain knowledge of hidden things to the glory of thy ineffable name. Amen. Alright, Cancerians, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all the information to do that is in the chat box below. The universe popped out. Don't know why, but there it is. I automatically am embodied. On this channel, if you're new here, we do tarot kabbalistically, so to speak. So if I stop and say weird stuff like that, it's not because like my machinery is malfunctioning. It's just that's kind of how I remember things with tarot. That's how I learned them too. So speaking of which, we will be using a Tree of Life spread and the Thoth Tarot. Again, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, Cancerians, all the information to do that is in the description box below. Or just leave a comment or something. I'm not very hard to find. Trying to see if I forgot anything else. Us Cancerians have great memories, but still, we're all human, right? So, alright, yeah, that's it. Let's get into it. I'll draw the cards, and then take you on a trip down the tree, from the crown to the feet. Alright. Thanks for being here, Cancer. Spirit, what do us Cancerians need to know about July 2024, our time? What should we be made aware of? What should we look out for? How can we help ourselves out? What would serve us best? Please and thank you kindly. Okay, at the crown, we have the Emperor, there's energy, and wisdom. Got the Knight of Cups, understanding, got power, 4 discs. Crossing the Abyss, New Hesed, Mercy, Vision of Love, 8 of Discs, Virgo Energy, Geburah, Challenges we may face, Severity, got the Moon, Pisces Energy, interesting. Tippereth, the Advice from Spirit, Localized Consciousness, we have the the root of the power of air, the Ace of Swords. In Nektok, Will in the What's, we have the Princess of Discs, and in Hod, Little in the Way, the Way in the How. Got Art, Sagittarian energy. And our foundation, our rulership, got Venus and Cancer, or love. In our embodiment and reality, we have 9 of Discs, or Gain. Alright, thank you, Spirit, and thank you, Cancer, for being here. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into this big, juicy tree here. I feel like that music's a little too loud. I'm gonna let it go for now. Speaking of letting things go, the height of the tree, the crown, we have the Emperor, Aries energy. The Emperor is the creation of self illumined by silent witness. What that means is his path goes from here to here, right? The observer and the personal localized consciousness, the illumination of self by a silent witness, observer. You should get that card, that Tree of Life card. But basically what it says is the observer creates the personal consciousness, which creates it. Its main function is sight, and it is constitutional intelligence. It says what we can do, what we can't do, what we'll put up with, what we won't settle for, right? It's Aries. Aries is I am that I am. I am that, I am not that. I will go with that, I will never see that. That movie looks good, that one looks like dog shit. I would never touch that movie in 1,000 years, right? Unless the right person asks you to go. Alright. So this being at the crown, this is the dream that we dreamt for the month of July 2024. So whatever we're doing, Cancerians, we are going at it strong with all our martial force, right? We have boundaries and strict rules about what we will allow, what we won't allow, right? We'll allow. Cancerians were very nurturing and loving, but at the same time, with this at the head, I feel like we won't let anyone take advantage of that. In the month of July 2024, you won't let anyone take advantage of you, period. And the Emperor wouldn't either. Yep, should turn my phone off where I started this, but there it is. Heart of the matter, you could say. The Emperor, okay. Let's see what that leads up to. And wisdom. Actions you can take. You have the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is watery, part of fire. It's pretty cool. I know one or two myself. And they're great people. They really are. You gotta love them. On another note, they're known for being artistic, emotionally motivated, non-enduring, charming, manipulative a little bit. He's the kind of person that, I won't say they're a liar, they're not exactly what they seem, right? Because they get all excited and then they're like, I don't know. Because they're Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. So they try to be like someone else. And then they see they've created this thing that they need to walk away from in order to find their own happiness. So Cancer, you might be creating something in the month of July 2024. And once you get started, you may feel like, this is a lot. This is a lot to do. I understand where I'm coming from, but I just don't know if I can finish this. I don't know if I can endure this. Knight of Cups is also a little superficial, right? Not too deep. Even though he is creative and artistic, and like I said, very likable. So you're doing something here with that Emperor, right? Setting the law down, getting your mind right, and then you take that action of the Knight of Cups, something you want to do that has to do with art and being creative. For whatever reason makes you very charming, loving, and attractive to people. The only thing you need to worry about is the watery part of the fire, right? How it makes you feel to do whatever it is you're doing. If it makes you feel good, it's all good. Nine of Cups is fine. If it doesn't make him feel good, right? If he gets that Eight of Cups, he's gonna have to walk away. You may feel like you need to walk away, and that's fine. We're just bringing awareness to the energies is all. I definitely get the feeling that you're that Knight of Cups. Okay. Binah, your understanding. Things you should understand. Four of Discs. Sun in Capricorn. Lord of Power. Boom. Okay. So this is Sun in Capricorn. The ease of measurement, let's say. When I see this card, I think of people saying, I need those things, or else I won't be able to sleep. I need that, or I need my special blanket. I need this. I need that. It has to do with attachment to material, right? Fours are stable and stability and rigid. That's about it. And then the fives, it gets complicated. That's why we'd like to stay in the fours. It's nice and safe. And not too complex, but not too simple either, right? We have this nice shelter here, and we want to stay attached to it, right? It influences us. I like this place. This place makes me feel good or bad. But here I'm getting that it's good. It's also coming up under Saturn, and Saturn is where we first get the idea of form and limitations and lessons. So I feel like the Emperor definitely has something to do with it here. There may be some place, Cancer, that you need to detach from, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, howeverly. One of our shadow traits is, I'll just say it straight up, fear of the outside. Right? We like our nice shell, our cocoons, our houses, our vehicles, and the outside world is just kind of meh, right? Maybe you need to make some new rules, set some new boundaries. Every time you do something that is difficult, Cancer, even though it is difficult, it grows you. That's not to say whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm not a subscriber of that at all. But the first thing I said, I believe is very true. Most of the time, context is everything. Cancer. And got the Knight of Cups here, right? Also, might not want to be leaving this Four of Discs, this power, this whatever, this material influence. This also can be greed or the need for control or to feel in control, right? Four of Discs is a lot about fear of attachment. So, understand whatever it is you're going through in the month of July, you may be concerned about a certain attachment. And you may feel like that's something you need to face. Let's continue. Let's cross the abyss. Get into Hesed, a gift, mercy, what to be grateful for, your vision of love. Eight of Discs, Sun in Virgo, Lord of Prudence. This is a card that has to do with skill, working with your hands, knowing you're the shit, right? Sun in Virgo, the ego with self-illumination. It's saying, I can do this thing, I can build this tree, and it's fine, I'm good, I got this. It also says that I can do just enough work and let nature take care of the rest, right? I don't have to be like a movie producer and say, this has to happen, this has to happen, this has to happen, and ruin the whole movie. I can just plant the thing, let it grow, right? I can give the people who make the movie the money, trust their vision, not bother them, let them make a great movie. So this being under Jupiter, this is our exaltation, meaning this is where we like to chill in the universe, right? Because Jupiter is our greater benefactor, it gives us what we want, and I have the feeling that what we want in the month of July 2024 is to build something for ourselves, by ourselves, something we have ownership over, right? Something no one can take away from us. Something that changes things for us, possibly for others. Discs are all about change. All right, let's continue. Let's get into the realm of severity, challenges ruled by Mars, the will to live, stress, drive, conflict, and we have the moon, Pisces energy. All right, this card has to do with repression, invisible forces, the domestic and the wild, and the tension between the two. It is the will of the universe to embody in every way possible. Every way possible. Developing subconscious minds, developing through various past lives and species. That's still growing to this day. It's Pisces, and Pisces represents these goings-on that I've described that transcend the everyday individual life. What all this means is that we've got an animal side, we've got a domesticated side, we've got a dark, we've got a light. And this is where they do their shit, this is where they battle. It's corporeal intelligence, intelligence of the body, its main function is sleep. That's why it's the subconscious, I believe. So yeah, whenever this card comes up, generally, it's usually something scary, but usually something that won't last too long, and something that, again, will teach you something if you can face it and go through it. You're attached to something here, right? In power. You're letting go of that. It's going to bring up some scary feelings. You may start to feel angry. Anger comes from a sense of injustice, but it also comes from a part of us inside instinctually where we feel like we need to protect ourselves, so we get really hyped up, right? But find the balance. If you can find the balance, you'll be okay. If you know that the sun's going to rise, the night is not so scary. If you believe it will rise. Yeah. So that's a lot of what I know about the moon. Not the best card, right? It is Nektak going into Malkuth. It is the will and the what becoming embodied, right? The will and the what of the universe, to break out, to become free. But also the tension between, I want to do all that stuff, that's cool, but also I've got to get to my job, I've got to do all these things. I've got to make some rules, right? Set some boundaries. And your will to live is saying, that's great, but we've got to live, we've got to do this stuff, we've got to drive, we've got to move forward. Whatever it is you're facing in July 2024, Cancer, it might be something that's been there for a long time that you don't want to look at, and it just starts coming up. And that's okay. Just be aware of it when it does, and don't be too hard on yourself, whatever it is. We all repress stuff. At any rate, Cancer, let's continue. Into Tippereth, personal localized consciousness, the higher self, the heart of the tree, and your advice from Spirit is the root of the power of air, the Ace of Swords. This card has all to do with a new idea, a new conquest to take on, a bright idea, truth, will, faith, magic, great power invoked, or great force invoked, either for good or evil, dependent on what it is you're up to, right? Yeah, this is like it's the Spirit saying, just imagine all these clouds, right? And all these clouds are in your vision, right? And then all of a sudden, Spirit just comes with this sword and just all those clouds of thought and says, look, just look at this. Do you see? And then you're like, I see. That's where I have to go. This is what I have to do it. Okay. Wherever it goes from there is up to you, Cancer. Whatever your new idea, your new conquest, your new opportunity, your vision of truth and will and justice and magic. It's in your personal localized consciousness, meaning that it's it's kind of personal, but it is personal. It comes from you and your union with the absolute. Okay, so any new ideas that come to you in July, bring a lot of awareness to them as much as possible, I would say. See what can come from them. Just see what you can see. Alright, let's move on into Nektak, the will and the what. What do we want? What will we do to get it? Right? Alright. So for that, we have the earthy part of Earth, the Princess of Discs. Now she's cool. She's down to earth. She is Earth of Earth, double elemental. She's got that throne. All the princes have this little throne here, and she's pregnant with possibilities. Now, anytime this card comes up, at least for me in personal readings, Spirit's trying to tell me to stay in my body, to stay calm, stay focused, stay as innocent as possible, because she's a very innocent card, very innocent energy. She's the last of the court cards, right? She's like the opposite of the Knight of Wands. She's a mean looking, but she's, I don't know, I always see her as blushing. But yeah, just someone who's very down to earth, calm in their body, and is ready for anything, pregnant with possibilities. So that being your will and the what, I'd say Cancer, what she wants is to get through this month and to do your thing and not get your hands dirty. Intuitively, that's what I'm feeling. Now, you can get your hands dirty, either literally or metaphorically, and still emotionally feel like a Princess of Discs, who's just doing what she wants to do, is just testing out the waters, right? And again, pregnant with possibilities, she's not really sure, but she's staying calm, she's staying in her body. She is Malkuth. It's like, no matter what you do, if you give up this power, if you become the Knight of Cups, if you let that tree grow, if you let this idea come to fruition, if you get through this moon, it's like almost like it doesn't matter as long as you can know that everything's okay. Relationships, values, and balance, also Venus. So this could also represent someone close to you who reminds you of who you are, who lets you stay grounded and in your body and feel safe. If you have a person in your life that does that for you, I would recommend spending as much time with them in July as possible. Let's continue. Your methods and means, your vision of splendor. Art, Sagittarian energy. This is the dance between the subconscious and the conscious minds. This is the automatic nervous system, right? It's like breathing and walking and all the things our body does without our having to tell them to do it, right? It's just our will in the what and our way in the how working together. Yeah. So this has to do with mixing, fixing, trial and error, getting a balance between internal and external, balancing any two competing or elements that need reconciliation, right? It's about healing and fixing, finding the higher self, and finding the right mix that works for you or her. Sagittarius, I go, I see, right? If I don't know, I try it. If things are too small, I go, I see something bigger. I do whatever I need to do to get things right for me. If I get things right for me, I can then begin to start to make things right for others. This is how you do it. You take care of yourself first, right? This is the world of Mercury. It is thoughts, communication, and travel. Talk to as many people as you can. Communicate with as many people as you can. Find the right people to be around and to get you through this moon, to get you to let go of whatever power you feel you need, to help you build this beautiful tree, and to help you endure. And that, most importantly, respect your boundaries, right? Yeah, this is a card of healing, of getting better, and trying everything under the sun to do that, basically. Probably get outside the house a little bit more, right? Okay, Cancer, for your rulership, got some great news for you, for us. Two of Discs, Lord of Love. This is the rulership. This is where the universe is bringing us, right? This is nice. This is like where we like to chill, but this is where we have to go. Two of Cups is all about new flirtation, new feelings, a healing love. Healing love. New relationship. Good friends is usually a romantic relationship. It's moving in a direction towards feelings and emotions and intuition. And that's love. The wisdom of emotion is to love. Simple as that. And yet the most complicated thing in the world. Okay. So this is under the moon. Not only our rulership, but our emotions, needs, and feelings. We need some loving. Cancer, we do, and we're gonna get it. Because that is where the universe is bringing us. That is what is motivating us. Emotions. Material things may be holding us back from moving in a certain direction. Maybe. Could be. That's what I see here intuitively. And our challenge is to face what's going on inside of us. What's not right inside of us. What's inside that crab? What's inside that shelter? That's not right. That needs to be set right. Alright. On the tree, if you look, the hanged man would be right here, which is stabilizing intelligence. Surrender to this moon, find out what it is, and then find out what it is to fix it. Surrender it. Go through the spiritual growth. Once you do that, or maybe because you do that, this love appears. And this love can be the love, like a job you love to, or a thing you love to do. And maybe it is with this Ace of Swords here. But with this Knight of Cups here, who's, you know, attractive, charming, a little manipulative. I intuitively am getting that it's a romantic situation. So let's keep going. Bottom of the tree, Malkuth, embodiment, reality. Nine of Discs, Lord of material gain. What? So you let go of power, right? And then you cross the abyss. You build something for yourself with prudence. You go through all this stuff here with an idea and staying in your body and healing yourself and love, and it leads to the best of the Discs card. This is, in my opinion, this is having plenty. This is being confident with who you are. This is knowing that being lonely doesn't mean that you go and find someone else to be with you and then you're not lonely. No, this is knowing that feeling lonely is okay. As long as you know, as long as you try to fix it, as long as you try to heal it, as long as you try to tell yourself, I'm here for you and I love you. It sounds corny as hell, but it works. And that leads to other things. And once other things that make you feel not lonely anymore, at least not all the time. And once you do that, you become a complete individual. Complete. Then you meet another complete individual, and then you build something beautiful together. Maybe this is what you build, but it's probably something bigger. This is also very disciplined. This is knowing again what you want, what you don't want, who you are, who you're not. This is also a card that's known as training nature, right? Or taming nature. You don't react to the outside anymore. The outside reacts to you. You become a master of it. Cancer. You become a master of your world. And that's pretty much what you set out to do in the month of July 2024. Let's go through a quick recap. Da-na, da-na. Okay, the Emperor. Boundaries. In the same way that the mind is bound to time and space, right? I can do this, I can't do that, I have time for that, I don't have time for that, here we go, let's go to war, let's do this. Which leads to Knight of Cups. Okay, this is, alright, I know what I said, but this is really hard. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last, or if this is even what's best for me. But here we go, I'm gonna keep trying. And your understanding, your vision of sorrow, Four of Discs, Sword of Power, material attachment, material influence, greed, the need for control. These things are the darker aspects of Cancer. And we need to let them go. And if we can't let them go, we at least need to become aware of them. We need to understand how they affect us and understand why it is we feel so attached. Because that's, I believe, where all fear comes from. It's attachment. So find out why you're attached to something. If you can't detach from it, find out why. Might bring us some peace of mind. Across the abyss, we have prudence, growing things for ourselves, being the best we can be, and also not interfering too much, letting nature take care of her part too. In challenges, prosperity, vision of power, we have the moon, right? Repression, invisible forces present, things we don't see or can't see, but they're here because they've always been here, right? These feelings inside. The wild versus domesticated, the tension between the two. We need to face this. We need to face this, or at least become aware of it. Bring awareness to it. Realize that's not going to go anywhere. Advice and your personal localized consciousness, root of the power of air, the Ace of Swords, a new idea, a new beginning, a new thing to conquer, a new thing to do, truth, will, magic, whatever it is for you. There's potential. And the only person who can bring it about is you, Cancer. For better or worse. Your emotions, earthy part of Earth, the most down to earth of all the core cards, innocent, pregnant with possibilities, ready for whatever, just calm, relaxed, and unafraid. How you go about doing something? Art, right? Trial and error, probing or testing intelligence, right? I try this, that's a little too much. I try that, that's a little too not enough, right? Find the balance. And that's how we heal, that's how we get better, that's how we fix. That's how we heal ourselves. And then we heal others with love. Our rulership. The universe is taking us to a place of new attraction, new relationships, new flirtations, new feelings. It's a direction. And we are being pulled there. We are being pulled there, as if by a magnet. Embodiment, reality, Nine of Discs, Lord of Material Gain. As I said, disciplines is fine with whoever he or she is. And then it's kind of like whoever laughs hardest. It's like whoever gets the last coin is the richest or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say there exactly, Cancer, but this is it. As far as material gain, 10 is too much. This is exactly where you want to be. Because this, you don't have to depend on anyone else besides yourself. And through reintegration, if you go back up your tree, you set out to do something, and it pays off. It's not easy. There's a lot of shit to go through in the middle here, but if you go through it, it'll pay off. Cancer, thank you so much for being here with me today. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I do here on the channel, please subscribe. And I will see you next month. Okay, baby? Love you so much. Bye-bye.